Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things, and I tried out some makeup on my face today, and if you want to see the makeup and how it went and all that stuff, then keep on watching. Let's go. Okay, so my first product in this video to test out is a concealer. So let me go over what I put on so far. For eyebrows, I use the CoverGirl Thin Brow Pencil. I primed with the Smashbox Primerizer. And for foundation, I use the L'Oreal Pro Glow. Now for concealer today, I feel like a lot of people have posted videos on this. This is the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. I grabbed this in the shade Fair Beige, probably because I guessed. I don't really remember. It's been a while since I bought this. I heard that this is very drying and very matte and pretty dang full coverage, so I'm a little nervous. I did go with putting on Pro Glow today because that has a little bit more coverage than some of the foundations I tend to wear, so I wanted to go with something a little higher coverage so that this wouldn't look ridiculous. So I'm going to try this out. I'll be using a beauty blender to blend it out, and I'll let you know what I think. This thing is huge though. I never realized how big it was. Oh my God. All right, and I'm not gonna go in with a lot of product. I'm gonna kind of go pretty light-handed on this because I'm a little nervous. Wow, that is a very light shade. Whoops. All right. I feel like I look like I have some sort of little white goggles on. Oh my goodness. Super full coverage though. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna set my face instead of under my eyes right now and see how that works. So I did want to use a new powder brush that I got, so we can test it together. This is the e.l.f. pointed powder brush, and I'm going to use the Maybelline Superstay and set all over my face except under my eyes for a hot minute. I think this brush did a really good job with the powder. Yeah, so the crease-in it's real with this concealer, which I mean, is to be expected. So what I'm going to do is I am going to test out sort of a not so cakey powder with this concealer. I'm gonna use the Hourglass Translucent Powder. And I'm going to try another new brush. This is from Sonia Kashuk, and this is the Tapered Finishing Brush. I thought this might be good for under the eyes, just for like an easy light sweep of powder. So I'm going to try it with this powder just to see if we can get rid of some of the creasing. Because for the most part, I would say it's settled. It's all like dry and everything, but just to see if we can do a little work. I think that brush helped not so densely pack on all the pigment, and I also think using all those powders kind of helped with how light the actual concealer was. But right now, I mean, I can definitely tell it's a very matte, drying concealer, but I guess that was to be expected. We knew that going in, but I will not be holding that against it because that's not what this video is about. So now I'm going to go set the powder, and I'll be back with some eyeshadows. Okay, so I lined my waterline with the Urban Decay pencil in 0, and I just cracked open a new Catrice Dewy Spray and set all the makeup. I actually think between using the Hourglass powder and the Catrice spray, the under eyes are looking a little better, which makes me happy. Okay, I do have a single to use, but I want to just set a little bit of something around the eyes. I did get this new eyeshadow brush in my Allure Beauty box I wanted to try. This is the Moda Triad Eye Brush, and it's not shaped like any brush I've ever used before. So I'm wanting to try this out. So I'm gonna hop into the Fame palette from Colourpop, and I think I'm going to first go in with a fluffy brush with the lightest shade up here called Center Stage. I do wish this palette had a mirror, that's for sure. Okay, now I'm gonna try the Moda brush with this shade here, which is called Razzle. It's definitely a denser brush, so I don't know how this is gonna work. Okay, it's definitely not for crease work. It's probably for outer corner work. So let me grab a different crease brush. I'm gonna grab this e.l.f. crease brush, literally, and just clean that up a little. And go back in with our original fluffy brush and just clean it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna go back in with the Moda brush, and I'm going to use Clubhouse right here, just on the outer corner, and see if that is a better purpose for this brush. That was okay. I'm not loving the brush, that is for sure. Then I'm going to take the Luxie 221 flat brush with Blasé down here under the lower lash line. And I'm gonna buff that out a little with Razzle. Okay, now I have a pigment to test out. This is one of the Kathleen Light Colourpop pigments. I've decided I'm only gonna really try out one at a time because that's realistically how I'd use them. I wouldn't use a billion at once. So this is actually the shade The Maiden. Okay, and this is the shade. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use this Alamar Cosmetics flat brush with some Fix Plus and see what we can do. I've really never worked with a pressed pigment before, so this should be interesting. So I'm gonna spray the brush, I'm gonna dip it in. I just wanna do a swatch on my hand just to see. Ooh, that's really pretty. Okay, all right. I don't know if there's gonna be fallout, so this may have been a bad idea. Oh my God. I don't know what I was expecting, but that's not it. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna do the other eye. Wow. I definitely need to touch up the rest of the eyeshadow though. So I'm gonna go do that and I will be right back to talk about this. Okay, so some time has passed. I feel like the lighting has changed. So I kind of wound up redoing the whole eye look. What I realized after kind of finicking with this product was this was not the greatest shade to start out with as far as the pigments go. So this one doesn't have a lot of pigmentation, so I kind of got rid of it on my eyelids, and all I have right now is it in the inner corners. And I think that's what this pigment is probably meant for. I was silly to try to put it all over my lids, but I did want to say this one is definitely not for your lids. And I will say, basically my entire face is covered in sparkles right now, so there was a lot of fallout. So the next video I use pigments in, I will probably do my eyes first, which is not something I typically do, but going forward, I'm going to try that out. Then I did some of my face makeup. I bronzed with the Pretty Vulgar bronzer and contoured with the Catrice contouring palette. And then I used this Essence Satin Blush in Satin Coral as my blush. Now I have a highlight to test out. This is a free sample I got from Ulta. This is the Milani Afterglow highlight in Strobe Light. I have never tried a Milani highlight before, so this will be a first. All right, I'm gonna do a swatch of it first. So there is the shade. And there, ooh, that looks really nice. All right, so I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild highlighting brush that came in the holiday set and try this stuff out. Goes nothing. Oh, that is such a nice highlight. And fun fact, I actually wound up with 2 samples of this highlight. So one of them is in my giveaway pile right now. So somebody might be getting one. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love that. Look at that. I really, really, really like that. Okay, I'm going to go set my makeup and put on some top mascara. And then I'll be back. Okay, so I set my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter. And then for my top lashes, I use the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Bold Volume Lifting Mascara. But what's for my bottom lashes, you may ask? I have this little set that I got at TJ Maxx. This was $7.99. So this is a set they did with Aspen Novard. I've heard of this beauty influencer before. I've never really seen much of her work. But this, I believe, are 2 products that Pixi makes, but they put it in a set. This is the Lower Lash Mascara and the Brow Tamer. So we have 2 products to try. All right, here are the products. So let's start with the Brow Tamer. I do really like clear brow gels, so here it is. It looks like it has a giant wand. Yeah, that's a pretty decently sized wand. Let's see how it works. I will say I like it better than the Anastasia Beverly Hills wand because it does taper in a little, which definitely makes it easier to use. So while that sets, I'm going to try this Lower Lash Mascara. I did used to have one from Wet n Wild that was pretty good. So I'm definitely excited to try this. I feel like I've heard Adriana Matalano talk about this. Wow, that might be the skinniest wand I've ever seen. Okay, here we go. Holy moly. I love it. Can you tell the difference between these lashes and these lashes? I can't tell. Staring into the light, it's like impossible for me to see anything in the viewfinder. Wow, this one is so much better than the Wet n Wild one. It just like grabs each little baby lash. I really hope that this does not transfer while I wear it because wow. Can you see my lower lashes? Okay, that is so cool. Okay, we have one last product. I'm so excited. This is a brand I've never used. It's in one of my 9 and 19. This is from Persona Cosmetics and this is their matte liquid lipstick in the shade OG Matte. So this was the nude option in their line. I've heard really good things about this formula. Okay, so here is the color. Ooh, it smells good. It smells like cookies. The formula so far feels really, really comfortable. It's super lightweight. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of talk through everything we went through today, and then at the end I'll see if it's fully dried down. So let's do that. Wow, it's making me so hungry. I can still smell the cookies. Okay, so the first thing we used was the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Honestly, I really think my under eyes look very good right now. Yes, definitely mattifying, but I think using the Hourglass powder with the Catrice spray helped make sure that there was still some hydration there. So I am happy with this so far. Okay, then we tried a bunch of brushes. And by bunch, I mean 3. I really liked the Sonia Kashuk tapered brush and the e.l.f. pointed powder brush. I was not crazy though about this Moda Triad brush. I'm really gonna have to like use it and figure out how to use it well because I'm not the best with eyeshadow, so that might be a user error. Most likely is. Okay, then the Kathleen Lights pigment. I would call this once again user error. I think it looks really pretty on the inner corners. I did buy 4 different pigment shades, so I will be trying them out on my channel. I do not believe it's limited edition, so they should be around for a while. I'm not gonna just like pump pigments down your throat every video, so we'll try them out at a leisurely pace. Then, this Milani highlighter, oh my goodness. I love it. Love, love, love. Then we tried 2 Pixi products. I think it feels like my brows are definitely set in place. I'm really happy with that. And this lower lash mascara, oh man, that is potentially life-changing. And finally we have this matte lipstick from Persona. So it definitely is still drying down the tiniest bit, but I can definitely tell it's about to fully dry down. I love the color, oh my gosh. I feel like we had a bunch of hits this video. Definitely some user error for sure. Shocking, I know. But yeah, sorry this video was kind of a hot mess. Let me know, have you guys tried any of these products? How did they work for you? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. As usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!